Did Future just add Ice Spice to his roster? If the latest tea is true, then it sure looks like he did. And guess who's not happy about it? Yep, Central C, y'all remember him, right? The British rapper who gave Ice Spice a piggyback ride right after that whole Baby Storm incident. In just a week, Ice Spice almost lost everything she worked 2 years to build. Why? Because the Barbz turned on her and she lost over 20 million streams. Girl was desperate, with her Y2K tour coming up and her album still not out. She was desperate to avoid flopping, so she did what her PR team cooked up. They sent her straight to Europe. Y'all need to understand this about Europe. When your career's in trouble and you need a quick fix, Europe is like a Band-Aid. It'll boost your streams in no time. Remember when Dua Lipa released her latest project? Americans were saying she flopped, but in Europe, she was not only charting, but the Europeans loved her to bits. She was selling out concerts all over and selling records like crazy. And if any of y'all think concerts in America are unbeatable, you clearly haven't been to Oslo, Amsterdam, or even London. Those fans buy physical records, sell out tickets, and support their artists at concerts like they're in a cult. That's what Central C was enjoying. And Ice Spice knew she had to get in on that if she was ever going to recover from her post-Nicki Minaj career slump. So she went all out in London, shopping, getting Central C to leave his girl, trolling the poor woman with push-ups, and even smoking hookah with her man. Ice went the full mile. And guess what? It paid off big time. She got what she wanted. Her streams recovered. They weren't quite what they were when Nicki still had her back, but she was strong enough to make a statement for her album and tour. And then, just like that, she kicked Central C to the curb. The internet has said it over and over again. No sympathy for Central C. Not a single bit. How are you gonna leave your girl who stuck around with you for all that time for a girl like Ice Spice? Even if Ice Spice is a catch, you still gotta respect your relationship and the one that you're committed to. She was literally singing about infidelity on the same track she featured you on. What did he expect? Well, it looks like the drama isn't over because there's even more tea to spill. The latest scoop says, I've got a homie who knows Ice and she and Future have been seeing each other for a couple of weeks. They might pop out together soon, that's all I'm saying. Now, no female rapper with a serious grip on her sanity should be rolling with Future. I'm not saying a collab with him wouldn't help her career, but we all know the man's reputation. It's no joke. He will mess you up and leave you hanging like nothing ever happened. So why is Ice Spice doing this? I have a theory. It's all about that Y2K tour, which isn't doing too hot. She needs a new angle if she wants to stay relevant once this Y2K wave fizzles out. I mean, can we even call it a wave? And calling it a tour is a stretch because, as one fan pointed out, it's mostly small theater dates and festivals. But even with that, her tickets aren't even selling out. According to touring data, out of 177,000 available tickets, only 68% were sold. But for someone like Ice Spice, that's just embarrassing. And it's not hard to figure out why. Just listen to the fans. They are not happy. One person said, Ice is a flop calling everybody else. One bookie, nobody listens to you. And another commented how Ice Spice needs all the drama and the tension just to stay relevant in the rap game. They said, Ice just keeps getting into drama. Now, let's talk about Ice's career, and especially the latest album that got folks wondering if she's even going to stay relevant in the game in the upcoming period. So, let's do a little dive into the whirlwind career of Ice Spice. This girl went from viral sensation to megastar faster than you can say munch. First off, she had this massive collab that landed her at #2 on the charts, appeared in a Super Bowl commercial, and even got to chill at the game with none other than Taylor Swift. Plus, she dropped a track on the Barbie soundtrack with her idol, Nicki Minaj. It was like everything was falling perfectly into place for her. But, as we all know, what goes up must come down. Ice Spice's rise to fame was meteoric, but it seems like she's coming back down just as quickly. After losing 25 million monthly listeners and watching her debut album flop, selling only 20,000 units in its first week, she's fizzing out fast. Despite calling herself a marketing genius and being named one of Rolling Stone's most anticipated artists of the year, Ice Spice's Y2K was a huge letdown. The hooks were basic, the features forgettable, and the instrumentals were just meh. It felt like a total letdown, especially given the hype. So how did Ice Spice go from dominating 2023 with a bunch of top 5 hits and collabs that had everyone talking, to watching her new releases barely make a splash? Her career hit some unexpected bumps, but before we dig into why she's lost her popularity so fast, let's rewind a bit. Just 5 years ago, Ice Spice, whose real name is Isis Gaston, was a college volleyball player from the Bronx. She was majoring in biology at Purchase College, but realized that path wasn't for her. It was at SUNY Purchase where she first met Riot USA, the producer behind many of her biggest hits. Rumor has it, Ice Spice and Riot have been secretly dating since 2019, with Riot being the brains behind her career. It's true that Riot was the one who kick-started her music career. After dropping out of college, Ice Spice and Riot recorded their first song, Bully Freestyle, in March 2021. That same week, Ice Spice went viral on Twitter for her Bus It Challenge video, which racked up 1 million views. The timing was perfect, and she quickly dropped Bully Freestyle right after. With that viral boost, Ice Spice used similar strategies to keep her career going, which, as we'll see, might have played a part in her recent decline. But back in 2021, it was all she needed to get her career off the ground. She was working random jobs, mostly babysitting, and she was ready for her big break. After a series of independent singles with Riot, Ice Spice really started to blow up. August 2022 was her breakout moment with Munch, Feelin' You, a track that went viral on TikTok and got over 50 million views on World Star Hip Hop. Even Drake got in on the action, playing the song on his radio show and sliding into Ice Spice's DMs. He flew her out to his OVO Fest in Toronto, and it was a major moment for her. Despite some people saying Ice Spice's fame was all about her looks and provocative dance moves, there's no denying that Munch was a huge hit. She signed a record deal worth over $3 million with 10K Projects and Capitol Records, which was a massive boost. Then came 2023, and Ice Spice was all over the place. She dropped her debut EP in January, which included hits like Bikini Bottom and In a Mood. But it was February's Boy's a Liar Pat, 2 inches with Pink Pantheress, that really took off, landing in the Billboard Top 10 and racking up over 1.5 million TikTok videos. Her collab with Nicki Minaj on Princess Diana also earned her another top 5 hit. In May 2023, Ice Spice received the ultimate call from Taylor Swift, asking her to remix Karma off Taylor's album Midnights. That collab was a huge deal for her, and the Karma remix shot to number 2 on the Billboard Hot 100. It was a career high, and fans were loving it. But not everything was sunshine and rainbows. Ice Spice's rapid rise led to accusations that she was an industry plant, a theory that fans and critics started to push as she continued to score big hits. There were also rumors about her relationship with Riot, and speculation that it was more than just professional. Ice Spice's dad was a local underground rapper, but he and her mom didn't have any industry connections, so the speculation about her being a plant was mostly focused on Riot and his connections. Despite the drama, Ice Spice kept racking up achievements. She got another huge opportunity in 2023, contributing an original song to the Barbie movie soundtrack. She also teamed up with Nicki Minaj again for the Barbie World single, which became her 4th top 10 hit of the year. But even as she achieved these milestones, cracks were starting to show. Ice Spice's album Y2K was highly anticipated but fell flat upon release. The cover art was criticized, and the track list had too many pre-released songs. Fans were disappointed, and the album sold a mere 20,000 units in its first week, less than what was expected. The backlash didn't stop there. Leaked texts from Ice Spice's former best friend revealed some unflattering comments about Nicki Minaj, further souring public opinion. Ice Spice's response to the leaks was defensive, but it didn't do much to quell the growing negativity. Despite releasing a new single, Gimme A Light, which didn't exactly hit the mark, Ice Spice tried to stay positive. But with the album's poor reception and mounting criticism, her once skyrocketing career seemed to be on the decline. In short, Ice Spice's journey from viral star to pop sensation was nothing short of dramatic. She's had some major wins, but her recent struggles show just how tough it can be to maintain that level of fame. Whether she can bounce back, or if this is the end of her moment in the spotlight, remains to be seen. But now you gotta wonder, how is all this gonna play out? A future cosign isn't gonna give Ice what she thinks it will, because she's still missing the key ingredient for longevity in this industry: actual talent. But what do y'all think? Should we believe the rumors linking Future and Ice, or is it just some sad lie to make Ice look desperate? And if any of this is true, could this be the collab that brings Ice Spice's career back from the brink? Tell me what y'all think in the comments.